What is up, YouTube? Today I want to talk about the topic, will DTC outperform Hex? So if you don't know what DTC Coin is, it is a coin that's going to be launching on the Avalon blockchain. That is DTube's new blockchain that they introduced last year with DTube 0.9. They said that they had a new blockchain and that they were eventually going to migrate to it. And then they ran a testnet of Avalon blockchain for around a year, and it should be launching soon. And I like to run math and run the numbers, kind of see and it was very interesting when I ran the numbers, because it looks like it actually even can outperform Hex. So at the moment, Hex is up 57x from its all-time low. We know that people bought DTC Coin at 10 cents per DTC, and if I run the math on just the scarcity of DTC coins, and that they will be dripped out slowly during 6 months for creators, and I think 12 months for the main team. And if I run the math, let's say you would have $15,000 buy on an exchange and it was only 2,000 DTC coins available, the price then per coin would be $7.5 per DTC coin. $7.5. That would be a 75x pump from all-time low if someone got the coin at 10 cents per coin. Now that would already have outperformed the current X that Hex is up. And I mean, it's really interesting. So I think the future of crypto is these new coins, Hex and DTC. The main reason is because DTC coin, it focuses on being a pure video token. And I think the video is one of the most powerful medium. So we see them with YouTube the last decade. So for me personally, it seems like video plus token seems like a golden combination. Now on Steam, it was never, that DPulse chain was never really 100% video token. So they mainly focused on blogging, which is a smaller niche. It's way smaller niche, right? You can reach less people because less people are interested in writing. More people are interested in video. So I think if Steam would have been 100% video coin, it would have been a greater success. And so I think this, what I would like to call computing power, I would say these computing power coins are going to kind of take over. It kind of seems like that. So is DTC a computing power coin? I mean, I would say it's like a combination of, if you look at it from the video perspective, that people are rendering videos and they're kind of using computing power a lot to do videos, to render videos, and then to upload them. In a way, I would say, it's like a combination of using computing power plus proof of brain, and then you get this video token called DTC Coin. And then, so we have the Hex coin, which is just even more raw computing power, because it's just proof of stake. So as I said, Hex with proof of stake and having this maybe you can call it raw computing power, being built on Ethereum as a smart contract, and having this share price that always goes up. Maybe you could say that that's a little bit more raw computing power, but I would say in many ways, both of these are a combination of game theory, computing power, and proof of brain. And it seems like that is fully going to, let's say, take over, I would say, compared to a lot of these old coins. So for example, Bitcoin, it doesn't use proof of brain. It only uses CPU power, and it doesn't use game theory like Hex, and it also doesn't pay out coins to people that do positive game theory. So for example, Hex, it pays out coins to people that lock up their coins. They pay those they pay those guys inflation. And with DTC, people that are using proof of brain in video, they're mainly using proof of brain and computing power with video, they are getting the DTC coins. And it kind of seems like this is the future of this industry of tokens. So it is quite interesting, like when I look at this, like, so trustless interest is a huge industry, but video may even be a larger industry in some ways of sort of looking at it. I mean, I haven't ran the numbers, but I know in terms of like mainstream appeal, video can probably reach more people, like billions of humans, that actually would be engaged. And then that seems like that coin may actually outperform even a trustless interest coin, even though I think both are gonna perform amazing, and that both are gonna like work together like side by side, and do new like records in this industry of like what people have, you know, what people like find fun in terms of like massive mad gains. Now all this, like obviously we don't know how stuff is gonna play out, but I mean when I run the numbers, as you hear, like $15,000 if you only have 2,000 DTC on an exchange, and we know that DTC Coin is only around 4 million coins starting supply. Sure, it will inflate, but it should mainly go to holders. So that shouldn't really affect stuff that much, but it still is almost like 4x as scarce as Bitcoin. And I mean, you take a look at a lot of these stuff, like how long time did it take for Bitcoin to reach $30? I think it took around, it did that in 2011 and it launched in 2009. So I think it almost took like 3 years. Well, I actually think that the DTC coin can probably do that the first year. Then it would already move 3x as fast. And if it also is 4x as scarce, and if it also uses video, and if it also has a lot of people that already made mad gains in other coins like Hex, that a lot of people have made mad gains this year, you have a lot of things. And if you also have like great exchanges already from the go, for example, when Bitcoin launched in 2009, there was like no exchanges. You had to pay with like PayPal and so on. But now we have even like, we have centralized exchanges and we have decentralized exchanges. So the ecosystem is just better, right? And it also is like this, that people also have better access to data. So for example, a lot of people follow each other now on Twitter, so they get access to data much faster. While 2009, I don't think many people had Twitter. I'm not even sure if Twitter existed. I know that it existed in 2011, but there was like less people had computing power. Like a lot of people didn't walk around with smartphones because it barely existed then. So they had to sit at a desktop machine, and if they had to play with like fiat money, or if they had to play with like, I mean, crypto was barely a thing then, like 2011. Like it was like so new concept. Well, now you have way more people have had at least some kind of experience with crypto, tiny bit, maybe buying some Bitcoin or Ethereum, or at least heard about it. Maybe they've earned some DPoS coins and seen a little bit about what the future may bring. So I actually think it may actually outperform. Like, I mean, I've been running some like math in this. Like, if someone had like a lot of DTC coins, and if they would stake it, like, let's say they would sell like, I don't know, 5% of their DTC coins, they stake it to January the 1st, 2021, they would first get a 3x gain because they would get the Hex big payday. And if we also, let's say the price, let's say it would like 30x in Hex, then you would get a force multiplier of 3x times 30x, and I think that would be around a 90x. That means like a DTC person in theory would be able to 90x 5% of their stack. And if they then also on January 1st, 2021, if they rebought DTC, they would add a bunch of buying pressure on DTC, which probably would pump, it would even pump their own bag because they would still have 95% of their bag. Plus, if they also use proof of brain with DTC during this time, and even earning more DTC coins at the same time, you have like this very interesting thing where you have this like ongoing token generation and like ongoing game theory considerations where you can like run numbers, consider things, have fun, kind of speculate. There's just like it's just way more engaging, and people enjoy making, people love making videos. They're extremely engaged making videos. They love making thumbnails. They love making titles. They love that people actually are consuming whatever now it is that they're doing. I think there's a lot of things that points to that actually may outperform Hex if we just look in like raw X up from all-time low of like 10 cents. And I mean, it's very, very interesting in many, many ways. There are so many ways you can look at both Hex and DTC, how they both can work together, and I think it's the golden combination. Because it's like, I think if someone truly cares about scalability and seeing crypto in more people's hands, we need eventually more brands and like quality brands. And I think a video token and DTC coin is like something really interesting. Because if you look at the DTC airdrop that's going to happen in a period of 6 months, it's the most fairest thing I've ever seen in like an airdrop of like 2 million coins. I think the list is like, I mean, there's like thousands of names, and the top names have actually done something for the D2 community, and they've been working for around 2 years. And it's so fair. Like I never seen anything that fair ever before in this crypto industry, and that is like something that's like really unique and really cool. And it's also very interesting with Hex that people kind of see the possibility of this concept of like keep printing coins, and like if we can just increase numbers in a computer, that is success. We're kind of moving away from this concept that we had with Bitcoin, where it was like people thought we need scarcity because money in the world is scarce. But now we kind of realize we can probably just like we can we can probably just keep on printing, right? And if it ever would become like a problem, maybe we can look at it. But it seems like you can just keep printing, and it's pretty fine. Um, so that is what I want to talk a little bit about today. So I think DTC it may actually outperform Hex, and it's gonna be interesting to see how people may react to that. I mean, it may not. Like I don't know, but when I just run the numbers and I see that already the million coins that got sold to investors for 100K, I mean, they got sold out, right? And that was just that was when we didn't even have like that was still in just the test net. So when you have like mainnet up and running of Avalon blockchain, it seems like you can get even more value flow coming in because people probably would like something where they can see, wow, I can keep on like earning coins, and if I just hold these coins, it may be worth a lot. I mean, this is like how I came into Steam. So I came into Steam when it was around $5. I saw like me earning a lot of coins, and then I looked at how much that was worth, and then I was like, wow, I'm kind of sold on this. I'm gonna like put in like 7,000 euro, and yeah, so that's how I came into this like ecosystem. It was like for both the video aspect, but it was also like, yeah, it was like it's really fun and engaging to do videos and like actually see it be proper rewarded. And and I mean, it seems like if people are earning coins in something, if they earn a lot, they're probably gonna like it, and then they're probably gonna hang around and probably maybe even get some more coins if they can. So it is kind of interesting here. I mean, both these coins are also like trying to be very big on the hold aspect, even though they have a little bit different game theories. Like for example, DTC, they don't have locked coins. They have like also limitless monetization, while Hex is locked coins And yeah, it's just a little bit different, right? So in Hex, you earn from trustless interest and like penalties, early end stake penalties and late end stake penalties. In DTC, you earn from proof of brain and using video and doing tags, downvoting maybe if you see something in, you know, that's like bad and someone downvotes after you, you may earn something. Writing comments. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. It's going to be very interesting to see Avalon blockchain once it launches, how people react, because like there's not that many people that have these coins actually. It's like most of the coins are like in the community, so it's gonna be interesting to see how game theory wise how people on the outside may react when they discover this great project called DTube. Yeah, have a great day, DTube. Bye bye.